Hello and welcome back to Tales of Lumin. Today we're talking about World of Warcraft and the upcoming Legion expansion. It's been announced that Legion is releasing on August the 30th. That is, for those that don't know, around 4.5 months from now. That's a good distance off, right? That's a pretty long time to be stuck with what's currently in Warlords of Draenor. So for those playing right now, it's not over yet. I'm sorry. And because of that, and I suppose understandably, a lot of people are angry, outraged about this announcement. Look, okay, it doesn't take much for people to be angry about something on the internet. They could have announced that Blizzard saved a kitten from a tree and people would have been pissed. There would have been a group of people that would have been completely unhappy about that, and they would have been very vocal about that fact. Now, there are two groups. I'm in the much smaller group that thinks it's a really good thing that they take in their time with Legion. You know why? Because we don't want another Warlords of Draenor. We don't want stuff cut before the expansion even releases. For those that weren't aware, we didn't get everything that was promised to be coming with Warlords. We're actually getting some of it in Legion. So, I'm happy about the fact that it's coming out on August the 30th. I think that's great. That's a good date for me. Some of the reasons that I'm happy with August the 30th are selfish. Okay, so I can tell you what that would be. I am still in a location right now where I can't live stream stuff. So, come August the 30th, I will definitely be somewhere where I can live stream. That's good. That's great for me, but that's a selfish reason. Now, I suppose slightly less selfish reasons include the fact that I want a complete title when it releases. I want them to deliver on everything they've promised, because I've been playing in the alpha and I think it looks damn great. I think it looks amazing. Right now, what they're working on with Legion is some of the best World of Warcraft I've played and seen to date. I've actually tried to not play too much because I'm so excited about it. I don't want to spoil too much of it. I realize it's kind of my job to spoil things and play stuff and whatever, but I want that excitement, that new game feel when it releases, and I think I'm going to get that with Legion. I think there's going to be a ton of cool stuff to do. They are working on so many cool things, like the artifact weapons, the world quest. The class order halls actually look really, really good. The changes coming to the classes seem great. The dungeons, from what I've seen of them, nice stuff. Okay, I'm sort of touching the tip of the iceberg here. There's so much cool stuff coming in Legion, along with the new class, and I would like them to do their very best with all of it. So, I am actually happy about August the 30th. I know I'm in the minority. I most definitely am. But the stuff that was cut from Warlords of Draenor made me unhappy. I enjoyed Warlords. I really did. I had a great time playing Warlords of Draenor. Our guild, I mean, I wouldn't have met most of the people that I raid with twice a week now that I consider friends. Okay, I wouldn't have met most of them if it wasn't for Warlords and if it wasn't for raiding in Warlords, and we still have a good time. And, you know, I think that the whole idea that there's nothing to do in World of Warcraft right now is pretty silly. Okay, that's something that I feel is just completely and utterly ridiculous. There's always something to do in World of Warcraft, and there's always something pretty fun to do as well. You just gotta go out and find it, or just go out and do it. And I suppose, you know, there are different groups of people when it comes to what they want to do in games. There are people that want to run through a raid once, and once they clear it on, say, heroic difficulty. I don't know, they don't even think about mythic, because there's always mythic. Like, 95% of the world will never see the inside of a current tier mythic raid. There's always that there. That could be considered content. Sure, it's sort of the same raid, but it's also a little bit more difficult. Well, quite a lot more difficult. It's got a few different mechanics and this and that. It's actually different content. But there are always those people that will want to do the raids once. Maybe they'll even do it on LFR once. Okay, and then they'll think, okay, I've seen all the content. Hold on. Wait. Is that it? Am I done with the expansion? There are always those people. I even see some big World of Warcraft personalities on Twitter, like, fuming. They are losing their minds because of this August 30th release date. Because they're going to be stuck with, you know, what they've got right now in a game they don't even really play for another 4.5 months. Man, I just get so confused. Again, there's always something to do, but there's always someone that's negative about it. And, you know, I saw this cool post on Reddit that was by a guy named Dreamscar. I'll link it below. You can check it out. It shows the length of time that we spent with content and content patches and raid tiers in all the different expansions. And now, with these 4.5 months on top of what we've already had with 6.2 in Hellfire Citadel, I do think that it's going to be the longest period of time ever that we spent on a single raid tier. That's obviously something that you can't ignore, and I completely understand why people are angry. I've said that multiple times already, but I just want to keep saying it. I get it. It's not cool. It's not. And some people, they aren't like me. They can't just go out there and find fun in a game like this. I mean, my god, I find fun. Let me tell you about this. I find fun in just following a guy who I buy mining materials from on the auction house. Oh my god, I know it's embarrassing. It's something I do though. There's this guy, okay? This guy who I buy corium from. That's an outland material for mining and blacksmithing and stuff. And he's been selling it on the auction house for so many months. I've been buying it from him. I think I've probably been the one person that's bought the most from him. Every time he puts more in, I buy it from him because he puts it in for a good price, unlike the other people. And I was always so curious about this guy, and he was level 70. He was out in Outland farming this corium, and I thought, okay, that's definitely a bot. But then I see him in Stormwind at the auction house, and he's actually like role-playing there. First he's sitting on the bench, then he's walking around, he's like saying a few things to himself, like muttering to himself while walking off into the distance there, and he's actually like, he's playing the game. And then recently, I've been stalking him. Okay, I've got him on my friends list. Recently I saw he's all the way up to level 100, and how he's PvPing, and I saw him in like looking for raid, and I see him actually playing the game, and I thought to myself, wow, that's really great. This guy's finally, and I don't know if that's his only character. Maybe this is not as nice and as heartwarming a story as I'm making it out to me. Maybe he's got more characters already at level 100 and he only finally decided now to level his alt. But now I see him finally on level 100 and he's experiencing all the new content and stuff. And it just warmed my heart thinking that I've been supporting this guy for all these months by just buying everything the second he puts it in there. And I don't resell it or anything. I buy it and then I make stuff with it and I sell the stuff that I make. That's cool, okay? And that's the kind of thing that I find enjoyment in on a day-to-day basis. I realize that everyone's not like that. I understand that completely. And looking at these graphs, I hope you guys have looked at them as well. Yeah, it's clearly a problem. It's clearly something that, well, should not be happening. But it's happening. And I do think that because of the content route right now, we are going to get something truly amazing with Legion. And I think that Blizzard really do have all their ducks in a row with this expansion. And it does seem to me like it's going to be the best one to date. Okay, it's going to be great. And I just want to tell everyone that they need to have a little faith in Blizzard and have a little faith that everything will work itself out. We don't know what was going on behind the scenes at Blizzard. We don't know what, orders they received, what they couldn't do, and what they couldn't tell us. I actually had the suspicion that maybe Warlords of Draenor was not meant to be the expansion that they released when they released it. Maybe they had something else big and exciting planned. Maybe it was Legion, I don't know. Maybe that's something else big and exciting planned, but they decided, or they were told that, this Warlords idea will work much better because we're releasing this movie soon, and there are some similarities between them, there are some characters in both of them. It'll make more sense for the viewers of the movie and the players of the game. So maybe that's it. Maybe something like that happened. Maybe they scrapped the expansion they were working on halfway through it. Then they started on Warlords and it was a bit of a rush. I don't know. But I actually just wanted to record this video to say that it's not so bad, even though there's a lot of negativity around the internet about it, and a lot of it is true. Okay, a lot of the stuff they're saying is true, and it's not good to be stuck with the same raid tier and the same content for so long. It's not the end of the world, and you gotta have faith that when Legion comes, it's gonna be great. Okay, if you're a World of Warcraft player, or if you're not. There's a lot of cool stuff coming with it, and I suppose in 3 months or so, we might get the pre-patch. It's not too long from now. Lots of cool stuff coming to that. There'll be the Transmog Wardrobe. The Demon Hunter class will probably come sometime before launch. We'll get all the big class changes, so you can mess around with all the different classes and specs that you maybe haven't tried yet. See what you want to play come Legion. I'm excited. I'm excited about August the 30th. I think it's great that they chose that as the date. It's at the end, all the way at the end of the window, the release window that they gave us. Okay, I think that, what was it, like September the 20th or around there was the maximum, the very end of the window that they gave us. But hey, I'm happy with it. I think it's going to be cool. And don't let the negativity get to you. Don't join the negativity bandwagon. There's a lot of cool stuff in Warlords right now, and I can tell you for a fact that all these people, or at least let's say 90% of these people that are complaining about a lack of content, have not even experienced everything that Warlords of Draenor put on the table. That's most likely the case. But, it's okay, because people get caught up in all of the unhype, I suppose, surrounding things like this. Oh, well. I'm done. Okay, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, tell you what I thought about it, tell you how I feel about it, and tell you that it's not the end of the world. I've been playing the alpha, and it's good stuff. It's really good stuff. Be excited, okay? And believe in Blizzard. You've played their games for so long, they can do this. They will do this. And they will not disappoint us. Check back here soon for more. Give this one a like, share it, and do all that other good stuff. Man, how do I mess that up every single time? I say that literally every single day, multiple times. Anyway, I'm done. Happy August the 30th for Legion. Happy that.